Welcome to the Casino Insiders. I'm your host, Deacon Kane. Definitely going to be going over the week two results. We ended up pretty good. I'm pretty stoked with that. Not only that, we're going to be talking about what's going on in Las Vegas right now, where the mainstream media is not really participating in reporting the true going on. And third, I might pull up a little fun facts, but I do want to get into a discussion in regards to the casino cover ups, as I like to call it. Going to be starting some controversy, but here we go. So, week two was, boy, let me tell you, a lot of fun. And with that being said, we ended up the week at 9-5-2. So just kind of a quick little recap on what happened and what went on. We took the Eagles. They didn't cover the spread. It was 6 points. Green Bay, though, did not cover the spread. Luckily, the Buffalo Bills did, which I'm really pumped about. So did the Baltimore Ravens, but not the Lions. We did get the W with the Titans as well as the Buccaneers, which I was really pleasantly surprised on that nice little W. But then we lost with the Jaguars. I was hoping for that upset, in my opinion, taking that. That was going to be a good ball game because Jaguars are playing good ball. KC is just KC, though. They got Mahomes. And then you had the Colts and the Texans. We really didn't do too well. We lost with the Texans. But we tied with the Niners on the McVay kick at the end of the game. We had 7 points, or excuse me, we went with the -7. Niners won by 7, so what happens is with that, it's 0 and we get a tie. So, McVay, thanks a lot. You screwed a lot of people over. And don't tell me that the NFL doesn't take a look at, or the coaches don't look at what the point spread is. You know they do. Surprisingly, we got a win with the Cardinals. Took the 4.5 points. Same with the Commanders. We took the 3.5 points. They did win by 2, so that gave us 5.5 points. Gotta like that. Miami Dolphins -2. We won with them. And then we also tied with the Saints at -3. And we took the Cowboys. We won -3. Blah, blah, blah. The Cowboys. Yeah. Steelers, I took the upset because they straight up have ownage on the Browns. And let me tell you, that was fabulous being able to watch that happen. I'm not a Steelers fan. I just was glad that I took them. Now, like I said, we were 9-5-2 for the week, so I'm pretty pumped on that. And week 3 is going to be an interesting week because you've got a lot of home teams that are favored. So here we go. Let's just jump right into it and go from there. You got New York at San Francisco. San Francisco is favored by 10.5. I got to go with San Francisco against New York. Face it, that's just who I'm going to take because San Francisco just has too many weapons and New York just sucks. Yep, the Giants, you suck. Deal with it. So I took the -10.5. Next game is the Titans at the Browns, -3.5. Titans are having a rough go of it again. I'm going to take the Browns off of that rough loss to the Steelers and -3.5. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. This, to me, is going to be the make or break game for the Falcons. But still, with that being said, I am going to take the Lions at -3. Next game is you've got the Saints at Green Bay, -1 Green Bay. I'm going to go ahead and take the point and take the Saints. I think they can go up there and do some damage. To me, this was going to be a weird game because you have an 0-2 Broncos against the 2-0 Miami Dolphins. I am going to take the Dolphins and give up the points, so -6.5. I just don't think Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson. And I think Sean Payton is kind of overrated as a coach, to be quite honest, but that's just my opinion. Next, we've got the Chargers at the Vikings. Vikings are favored -1, which to me, Chargers are playing good ball. They just can't seem to get over that hump to get the W. In my opinion, I'm going to take the Chargers, take the point again. Now we've got the New England Patriots -2.5 at New York Jets. The true question is this: can Zach Wilson step up and play quarterback for the New York Jets to another victory? Well, I'm going to say this: yes, I'm taking the points as well at 2.5. I think that he's going to do well this week, especially against New England's defense. You got the Bills -6 at the Washington Commanders. Bills came off of a really decisive win over the Raiders. Yeah, I'm not a Raider fan either. So I feel that with that being said, I like the Bills -6 points, even though they're going into Washington. I think that their offense and their defense are just too powerful for the Commanders. Next, we have the the Texans at the Jaguars. Now, Jaguars are favored at -7.5 points. Texans have C.J. Stroud. Let's be upfront. They're not going to be any good this year. Let's just put it that way. They're not going to be any good this year. D'Amico Ryans, I think, is in a position to be set up for failure. I hope to see him do well because I really like D'Amico. So, here we go. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars -7.5. This is one of those games where it's like, is it too good to be true, or is it going to be a complete upset? You got the Colts at the Ravens. The Ravens like to play down to the team that they're playing sometimes, it feels like. And I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's a great quarterback. But he just can't seem to get over that edge as being a phenomenal quarterback. That's my opinion. You got Anthony Richardson that sustained a week 2 injury as well as a week 1 injury. A leg injury in week 1 and a concussion protocol in week 2. Hopefully he is starting. Is it going to make a difference? No. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens at -8. Here we go. We've got a little bit of fun here. We've got the Carolina Panthers with a rookie quarterback who may not even play this week. And we've got the Seattle Seahawks, who had a great comeback win against a tough Lions team. As much as I hate to say it, I'm definitely going to take the Seahawks in this game in the -5.5. The Chicago Bears versus KC, -12.5. Jesus criminy. I'm gonna hope that Justin Fields doesn't do the Ohio State quarterback thing again in this game. And I am going to take the Chicago Bears and the points, 12.5 points. I mean, you have to. You gotta do it. That's just my opinion. But we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. Next game is the Dallas Cowboys at the Cardinals. Boy, the Cardinals have had a rough year already. And it's only 2 games in. You've got the Dallas Cowboys at -13 favored going into Arizona. You know what? I'm going to take the points. 13 points. Yeah, it's probably a bad bet, but I'll tell you what, I got to take it. Got to do it. Next one is going to be the Steelers at Las Vegas. Now, Vegas is favored by -2.5. I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers. They didn't disappoint me last week when they were the underdog against the Browns. So I'm going to go step 2. I'm taking the Steelers versus the Raiders and taking the points, 2.5 points there. All right, let's see who else we got. Got a few more games going on. This game, I think, is going to be the surprise of the week. And this is just my opinion. You got the Eagles going into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is playing some really good ball. They're 2-0. Baker Mayfield has found a new home. He's thriving. Their defense has stepped up. So my next question is who's going to thrive for the Eagles? Is Jalen Hurts going to be a subpar quarterback performance and the defense win the game for him again? Or is the defensive line going to basically win the game for the Eagles again and again and again, holding the Bucs? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. But I will be taking in this game the Eagles -5. The Rams versus the Bengals. And the Rams are a -2.5 favorite here. Bengals just don't have together. Apparently Joe Burrows is injured and may not even play. His calf's given him a lot of problems. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams and the points at 2.5 in Cincinnati. I kind of like it. I think it's going to be a good call. My goal is to hit double digits this week in wins. No ties. Let's see what happens. You never know, right, folks? Now, let's do a little bit of a recap. Took the Niners, the Browns. We also took the Lions, the Saints, Dolphins, Chargers, Jets, Buffalo, the Jaguars, the Ravens. Who else did we take? Oh, yeah, there it is. We took the Seahawks, the Bears. We also took the Cardinals, Steelers, as well as the Eagles and the Rams. So let's see what happens. Let's go on from there, and good luck week 3, everybody. Let us know how you're doing. You can set us up. You can go ahead and check us out on Instagram and TikTok at the Casino Insiders. Send us your information. Well, not information. Let me rephrase that. Send us your picks. Let us know who you picked for the week, and let's see what we do. Let's compare. Got to have a little bit of fun, right? You can also go to www.thecasinoinsiders.com. Check out our website. If you haven't had the opportunity, go to Deuces the Shop. That's our store. Check things out there. We got some great swag for you out there. You can get a hoodie now since it's getting a little cooler, as well as drinking around Fremont Street if you decide to head over to Vegas, have a little bit of fun. All right, folks. I'm going to pause here, take a little break, get a little water in me, and we'll continue in just a moment. Thank you. All right, so I'm back, and I want to talk about what's going on in Vegas right now. You got MGM and Caesar properties that are being held hostage for ransom because hackers have gone in and hacked their computers. We're talking people in the beginning. This is right now, we're at day 10, 12, 11, something like that. I'm sorry, I can't remember the exact dates. Let's put it this way, it will be day 13 when this episode comes out, day 13 or 14, if it hasn't been resolved by then. Let's hope it has been. But they're now targeting employees. But before, in the beginning, what had happened was they shut down a lot of the slot machines. They shut down a lot of the actual doors because everything's key coded there. So people weren't able to get into their rooms. And when they shut down the slot machines, basically what they did is they took over the slots and made them what's called canceled credit. So they had to hand pay them like $2.25 or whatever they had in there. So you're talking thousands upon thousands upon thousands of machines in all these properties that these employees had to pay these people out. The slot machines were down for quite a few days before people could start gambling. I know I'm kind of jumping about, but that's pretty much what's going on. Well, apparently now they're doing some phishing. The hackers are on employees. One of the last reports that I heard as of today was that the back of the house phones were acting up, so people weren't able to make phone calls or were getting phone calls and getting just weird phone calls. Still, alarms are going off. And with that being said, with the alarms going off, it's causing major problems not only with the casino but also with EMS. Think about that for a minute. Kind of interesting there. And with all this going on, you have not heard anything about it on mainstream media. Now, in the beginning, I talked about casinos and they like to cover things up. They don't like anything bad. I know for a fact Grand Sierra does it almost on a weekly basis. A lot of Reno casinos do it as well. Kind of sad, but they don't want anybody to hear any bad news, even though at times bad news and good news are basically the same thing. But apparently not in the casino world. Yep, I'm saying names. So, Grand Sierra, it's the truth. I actually experienced one from you guys. So, yeah. But anyway, that's something different. That's something that I've moved on from. And one thing that I've noticed is that with everything that goes on with casinos and the way that they cover it up, the media is involved with it too. So I'm seeing that that's why we're not hearing about it on mainstream media. I mean, you would think if MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox just in general, they would be talking about this and the ransom that's being asked for, but they're not. The best sources that I have seen so far have been Vegas Starfish on TikTok, and if you don't follow her, you should. She's absolutely phenomenal. I've actually did a trip based on what she said and how she said it and the who, what's, when, where's, and how's, and I had the best time in Vegas that trip that I think I ever have. So definitely give her a check. She reports the facts. Let's just be honest here. She really does. She's got some great insider knowledge that she is getting from people that respect her. I mean, she's got, I don't know how many followers. Sorry, Vegas Starfish. Apologize that I don't know exactly how many. but they're feeding her information which she's getting the information out to all of us so we can all figure out what's going on or try and decipher it for ourselves. What else in regards to this? I did hear something myself from somebody who I trust in the IT world and security, and I'm just going to throw this out there. He says that this is what he has heard and what a lot of casinos are starting to base their changes on, and which I can say that I have seen some changes and I completely get it and understand. I won't tell you exactly what those changes are, but I will tell you in a roundabout way what's going on, or what the report that I received in regards to this is going on. So here we go. A executive at a casino had their social media hacked, and the casino was, let's say, contacted by the hackers who are allegedly from China. And the reason why I say allegedly, because we don't exactly know on our end, but their end they do know. But I'll say allegedly just in case. And with that being said, they were able to act like him and hack the whole mainframe for one of the casinos. I'm not going to say which company he was with and who, what, when, where, and how, but that's how one of them happened. So, as you can see, and please understand there's a lot more detail, but I'm not at liberty to discuss and go into, or I won't go into. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on out there. Could it be the start of World War III? I don't know. I'm not an expert. But I find it funny that our government's ignoring it. Because you would think that this would be big enough that our government would be extremely interested in what's going on. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Don't like to get political. Actually, I'm going to cut it right there because I don't want any more political views in regards to anything that goes on in this country. Because my political views might be different than somebody's, and I don't want to offend anybody, which I probably already have. All right, folks. I think I'm going to actually leave it there. I'd like to thank all of you guys for listening today, and if you're watching us, what up? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys for listening to us and watching us, and please, if you guys have any questions, send us an email at twocasinoinsiders@gmail.com. Check out Deuces the Shop, get a little swag, grab yourself a pretty sick looking hoodie. We'd love it. I'm going to be getting one here soon. I'm waiting for it to come in, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Absolutely. And what else? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Deuces.